What's up, my Archfiends of Chaos? This is your Dark Lord and King of the Night, Vincent Valentine EX Turk, and my Archfiends of Chaos. This is a new Final Fantasy segment. This time, yes, it's another Final Fantasy 15 one. Well, it's kind of obvious with the footage I'm using. But anyways, we're going to be talking about the Lucis Cealum bloodline. In the past, the Lucis Cealum bloodline is in charge to protect the crystal. Now, many wars were waged on this. Now, we don't know very much about Morris, Morris Lucis Cealum, Regis' dad, or the kings before that, or even the first Lucis Cealum king ever to be, which is Azunia Lucis Cealum, the man that Ardyn has revenge on. To talk about the bloodline of the Lucis Cealum, we would have to start with Azunia Lucis Cealum, which will be pursued as the first king. Now, I could be wrong, and you can go ahead and go out of your way to debunk this if you want. It makes no difference. This is good. Alright. But you can go ahead and go out of your way to debunk this now. But I'm going to go ahead and for research's sake and for what I know's sake, Azunia Lucis Cealum would be considered the first Knight of the Round, first Lucis Cealum king. So I'm going to break that down. We'll start with him. We don't very much know about him, but it looks like, from what I know, is he could be considered a bad guy because he kind of helped start Ardyn on this path. Because Azunia Lucis Cealum erased his name out of history after, taking all the demons out of people when he used to be a healer. And that's who Ardyn wanted revenge on mostly. That's why he wanted to kill the entire Lucis Cealum bloodline, because of Azunia, the very first king. And if Ardyn is as old as he is, I just watched Peasant's video and I learned he's about, 3,000. I can't remember the rest of it, but we're rounded up to 3,000 years old. 3,000. So Ardyn would be the second Lucis Cealum. He would have been if his name hasn't been erased in history. He would have been the second Lucis Cealum. He would have been another part of royalty until all the demons he absorbed from people turned him into what he is. With the dash of jealousy and many years of being angry and pissed off and bitter over the 10 years. Over the thousands of years, the years that's been going on. So, Ardyn Lucis Cealum's the second member of the Lucis family, which actually he ended up manipulating the Niflheim Empire against Insomnia, which started that entire war in the first place. It started with Morris. I think his name's Morius. Yeah, Morius Lucis Cealum, Regis' father, and a younger version of Idolus. Well, I would say much younger, but younger version, because Idolus is much younger than Morius. But nonetheless, Ardyn is the Chancellor of Niflheim, and he pretty much was forbidden to ascend by Bahamut. He was forbidden to ascend by Bahamut because, first of all, they see a little bit of jealousy and bitter and anger even before the demons. So he would have became a bad guy anyways, as we see in Final Fantasy 15 already. He was actually the one who was the puppet master behind everything, even behind Idolus trying to take over Insomnia. Now there's actually more Lucis Cealums down the line, but we don't know very much about all the other. And in fact, there's actually one Lucis Cealum that was a queen. I forgot the queen's name, but that's when you get that one ninja star thing you get from that royal tomb. That was hers. So, after Ardyn Lucis Cealum, there's been more kings and queens of Lucius. Now, I don't know exactly how many kings and queens are, but if this is if this goes back to 4,000 years ago, which more likely it did, there's been a whole bunch. So we're not going to talk about the other ones because we don't know very much about them. But it just goes down, 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 down the line until we get to Marius Lucius Cealum. I think his name's Marius. The man in the newspaper with Idolus. Marius Lucius Cealum, the man that's pictured with Idolus. Younger. Not much younger, but just a little younger. We'll say 50, for argument's sake, 50-year-old Idolus. Because Idolus is still old. You know, but Marius Lucius Cealum, this would be Noctis's grandfather. This man would have been Noctis's grandfather. And I think the only time you ever see him besides the newspaper with, the only time you see him in the newspaper with let's see, with was it Idolus? It was the only time you see him. You actually see him in the Versus trailer, but he was way in the back. He's the one who looked more like King Regis, like the recent King Regis. Because remember, King Regis had a younger looking design in Versus 13, but there's an older man that looked like King Regis, which would have to be Marius Lucius Cealum. We don't know very much. We just know he's Noctis's grandfather and King Regis's father. So there's not very much I know about him. So I really apologize for that stuff. It's, you know, I don't mean to have a lack of research. It's just I could research how much it is. There's not very much about him. Because the game was pretty short and stuff like that. And things were changed. Not to say there wasn't fan art, but there was also a bunch of other Lucius Cealums as well. Again, like I said, I couldn't mention them because I don't know the rest of them. And you know, I'm not going to pretend I know. So, for argument's sake, we're going to... And plus, this video has to be short. I can't get over 15 minutes because I'm not a partner yet. So we have to keep going. Now, the last of the bloodline is Noctis Lucius Cealum, the chosen one, the chosen king to put an end to Arden's reign once and for all, and to end the entire bloodline of the Lucius Cealums. Pretty much Regis. Well, actually, hold on. I skipped. Sorry about that. I skipped Regis. No, second would be Regis. My bad. I went ahead. My bad. You can go ahead and put a dislike for that. That's some stupid shit I just did. But anyways, yeah. Sorry, that's autism right there. But anyways, King Regis Lucius Cealum. Regis was the man entrusted with the crystal by Bahamut to guard the crystal, because he was a pure heart of all the Lucius Cealums. We don't know very much about the Lucius Cealums, but we know that Regis and Noctis were the best for the job because they had a pure heart. We don't know the motives of all the Lucius Cealums. You know, well, I think it probably would have started with Marius, because I think Marius wanted to have peace with the Niflheim Empire before. But before that, I think, like I said, I think, in my mind, in my interpretation, I think that, you know, Izunia Lucius Cealum was pretty much an evil king. That's what I think, because he started this by betraying Arden, which caused Arden to feel the way he did. So again, we could say, for argument's sake, all the other Lucius kings were pretty much evil, except Marius, Regis, and then the last one, Noctis. Now, King Regis has raised Noctis for one thing, and only one thing, which, spoiler alert, is to end the bloodline of the Lucius Cealum. Now, after Regis will be obviously his son, the main character of Final Fantasy 15, the chosen king, the king to restore the light and the crystal and defeat Arden, and to defeat Arden, and end the world of darkness. Noctis Lucius Cealum. Now, there's a good reason why there's a good reason why in the bloodline, Noctis was supposed to end the Lucius Cealum bloodline. He was supposed to end the Lucius Cealum bloodline because the way I see it,
sin equals punishment. The reason why I say sin equals punishment is it goes through your generations of family. And if I'm right, Azunia Lucius Cealum being kind of a bad guy for betraying Arden, both Azunia and Arden were pretty much bad kings. So as punishment, all the Lucius kings have to die, pretty much, to restore the light. And for not just to restore the light and send Arden away where the ring will be destroyed so Arden can't come back, he had to take his own life. So there's no more Lucius Cealums. So again, like I said before, and I made videos about this before, if Luna Freya and Noctis were to have a child in the world of the living, Arden would come back, because there's any Lucius Cealums were pretty much made by the rings of the rule of the ring. And I think, to be honest, the Lucius Cealum family is a cursed family because of everything Azunia did and everything Arden did. Now, Azunia wasn't completely a bad guy, but he was still a douchebag, because he kind of started Arden to this path. So, but nonetheless, Regis was supposed to guard the crystal, and Noctis was supposed to restore the crystal and the light of the world, and end the bloodline of the Lucius Cealum for all the evil things Azunia and Arden did. Now I'm running a little bit over time, and I'm getting to the end, so may the crystal be with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share this video, tell me what you think. I like some feedback. Feedback is wonderful. Thank you for watching this video.